All right, I want to go ahead and I want to welcome everybody who is tuned in. We have a lot of people going ahead and joining us live from literally all over the world. And just in case you don't know who I am, my name is Ricardo Suber. I'm a national director in this business that I'm going to be discussing. And that may not have a lot of relevance to you right now, especially if this is your first time seeing a presentation like this, first time seeing me. But whoever invited you onto this webinar, whether it was myself or any one of our thousands of business partners, tens of thousands of business partners, if anybody invited you out, you're definitely in for a treat. I don't believe in being long. I believe in getting right to the point. But this is definitely a business that has certainly changed my life, and I believe it can do the same for you. So with all that being said, I'm actually going to go ahead and pull up the presentation. This is somewhat of a new resource for me in terms of actually using this particular software. What I'm actually going to do is pull up this presentation, and it is my hope that simply I'm going to share some info, and it's my hope that if it just makes sense to you, that you take action. Because at the end of the day, it would be a shame if you saw something that you were interested in and you just didn't take action. I think that's probably one of the greatest human tragedies, that a lot of times we see these opportunities. And they say that insanity is, doing the same thing repeatedly and hoping for a different result. And at some point, we come to a fork in the road where we make a decision, and it can definitely change your life. So with all that being said, I'm actually going to do a screen share here. And hopefully you guys are actually able to see the presentation and no longer me. So with all that being said, once again, my name is Ricardo Suber. I'm a national director in this business that we call 5links. And, I'm going to explain exactly what that means in a moment. But even prior to getting started in this business, I was a software engineer. I actually worked for one of the world's largest computer companies. And while I was there, unfortunately, I was in a position where it started to become a thing where every 2 weeks, or maybe just shy of 2 weeks, every 13 days, I was having leaner meals. I was all of a sudden dieting because literally I was waiting for that next paycheck. And I began to realize, even after seeing many of my seniors who were there working with me, they didn't necessarily have a better lifestyle than I did. They were still in a position where they were working paycheck to paycheck. And I really knew that something needed to change. Well, one thing that happened, and I definitely believe that God works in mysterious ways, I was let go from that job. And when I was let go, it definitely put me in panic mode because I did not have a plan B. I did not know where else to go. And of course, conventional wisdom would tell you, and it told me, get another job. My family, of course, was telling me, urging me, get your job back. Whatever you can do, get your good engineering job back. And unfortunately, with the decline in the economy and, to be honest, strained relations at that place of employment, that was not a possibility. And right around that time, a gentleman that had already tried to bring this thing called 5links to me, he had returned to me to follow up. And little did he know, I was now very open to hearing what he had to say, because prior to this, maybe about 2 months prior, this gentleman brought this 5links idea to me and I turned it down. And I am so grateful to him to this day for just being diligent and following up. And as a result of that, I am here sharing this business with you. And I am here to say now that since we've been in this business, we've made thousands of dollars. We've changed hundreds of lives. We've built a team in now close to 30 states. I think we're at like maybe 30 or 31 states in Canada, pretty soon Asia and Latin America. And we're building this organization, and we're literally showing people how to earn wealth, how to gain an extra stream of income. So with all that being said, this business is called 5links. I'm actually just going to go ahead and run through this information. And then at the end, I would love for you to get back to the person who invited you and let that person know where you see yourself. So with all that being said, now the company of 5links, the 5 in 5links stands for these 5 key core principles, which are vision, integrity, opportunity, freedom, and success. Now the company was founded in 2001, so we're not a startup. We've definitely been in business for a while. These 3 gentlemen, Craig Jarabek, Jeb Tyler, and Jason Guck, have a combined 60 plus years of experience in this profession. In the past 9 consecutive years, we've been featured in publications all over the place, such as Inc. magazine. Now, anybody watching this, if you're at least halfway savvy in business, you understand that Inc. is a very credible publication. Go to any Barnes & Noble or Walgreens across the country, and this is the magazine that's always next to Forbes and Fortune 100 magazines. Inc., what they do every year is they profile the fastest growing companies in all of North America, and they put them into an edition called the Inc. 5000. And what happens is those are the companies that a lot of venture capitalists, a lot of investors, people in the money business, they look to see what company is going to be the next big thing. And I'm here to tell you today, guys, that 5 Links has been featured as an Inc. 5000 company for the last 9 consecutive years, and 4 out of those last 9 has been one of the top 500. And so when you look at the fact that there's nearly 30 million privately held companies in the United States, and we're in the top 1/2 of 1% of all those companies, I think it's safe to say that this is a legitimate, strong, and stable business. On top of that, we sit in a 50,000 square foot world headquarters in Rochester, New York. And what I love most about this company is that they put representatives first. And you guys are going to see what that means in a moment. But even before we get into the nuts and bolts of the business, something that's very important is that you establish a reason why. You want to establish a motivation for actually taking a look at a business like this. Now, it could be for any one of the reasons that you see right here, such as financial freedom, becoming your own boss, actually getting to tell yourself when you could stay home from work, telling yourself who you can spend time with, be your own boss. Or how about eliminating some debt, saving for a children's college fund, giving back to charity, or simply more money. The bottom line is, guys, whatever your why is, you want to make it compelling. You want to make it strong, because business in itself, I don't care what you do, business could get challenging, especially if there's no one over your shoulder telling you what to do. So that being said, your why has to be so strong that you'll literally run through a brick wall. You'll do it for your kids. You'll do it for your parents. You'll do it for yourself. But find a compelling why and let that be your driving force. So all that being said, let's talk about the marketplace. What is direct sales anyway? I know many people who are watching this have no idea what direct sales is. Do you have to have sales experience? Do you have to be a salesperson? This is one of those schemes. No, no, and no. All direct sales simply is word of mouth advertising. Let me explain. You have a business, let's just say DirecTV. Well, what they do for traditional advertising, DirecTV uses commercials. DirecTV uses billboards. DirecTV has celebrity endorsements, but DirecTV also understands the fact that when you have all of these expensive advertising avenues, it costs billions of dollars, okay? And a lot of times it's not sufficient. They're putting out commercials over and over and over again, and sometimes it's just not catching any fire or any momentum. What companies are realizing more and more is that word of mouth advertising trumps traditional advertising every day of the week. That's why everybody knows about Mary Kay and Avon. We know about the Avon lady. We know about Tupperware, because these are word of mouth companies. Well, 5 Links is the same thing, and it just so happens that DirecTV is one of our many partners. So all they simply do is they put the power in the hands of representatives. People are able to use word of mouth advertising. We get the word to the consumer, we get the product to the consumer, and now we get paid those advertising dollars. That's all direct sales is. Now, the bottom line is we know about the NFL, we know about the movie industry and the music industry, but I'm telling you, only 10, 11, and $17 billion respectively, but I'm telling you, this is less than 1/4 of what the direct sales industry worldwide garners, which is nearly $200 billion. So the thing is, guys, I understand numbers. That's much bigger on the left, or much bigger on the right than it is on the left. So that being said, timing and positioning. You guys have heard of the phrase, being at the right place at the what? I know you just said it to yourself, at the right time. We all know about the wealth trends that have come and gone, such as the PC industry, long distance, cell phone, internet, and even digital phone service, which is known as VoIP. The bottom line is People made millions upon millions of dollars, even the investors. But the people who came out with these technologies made billions of dollars. But what I'm here to tell you guys today is that the things that are going on in this country right now, it's going to make the previous wealth trends look like a wading pool, because what's going on right now simply represents well over $1 trillion in capital. The first thing that we're going to talk about is energy, then mobile marketing, healthcare, and wellness. And what Five Links has done, and now I have respect for this phenomenal profession, nearly 200 billion worldwide. This profession has created more millionaires than any other profession combined. That's why we have doctors, attorneys, lawyers, people in the money business who are gravitating toward Five Links. But unlike any other company that I personally seen, this particular opportunity allows people, if you want to earn money with energy, if you want to earn money with wellness, if you want to jump back and forth, if you want to have the chance to truly maximize your potential, this is the ultimate business. So what Five Links has done is that they've created 3 divisions, just 3. And so the first division that we're going to talk about are products for your home. Now, the products for your home include home security, home phones, internet, cable, and fiber video, mobile solutions, also satellite TV, and ID Guard, which is identity theft protection. And what Five Links has done is they've teamed up with companies that you already know. GE, Protect America for security. For home phones, we actually have our own company. But for internet, cable, and fiber video, we've teamed up with Comcast, Clear, Time Warner, Earthlink, all these major companies that you already know about. The bottom line is, guess what? Help someone save money on the bill, you get paid. How about mobile solutions? Have you ever heard of a little known company called Verizon? How about AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint? We are now our own low-cost prepaid provider where someone can have unlimited talks and texts and a very high data plan. And guess what? For under $60 a month in most cases, you can have unlimited talk, text, and a great plan for data. All right. And guess what? Every time you or someone that you know pays a bill, you get paid. Same thing with Dish and DirecTV. We're partnered up with both. Help someone save money through any one of these services. They can get it cheaper through you, but now every month that they pay a bill, you get paid. What I love most about the home division is energy. On the left, you'll see that energy is a $500 billion pie. Now, energy is so huge, guys, that if energy represented a pie, all you would simply have to do is put a knife in that pie. You don't even need a slice. You could just stick a knife in that pie, take it out, and lick the knife, and you'd become wealthy. This is a $500 billion industry, and all we're simply doing is allowing people to cut the cost on the supply portion of the gas and electric bill. If they do that through you, now you get paid for the life of that customer on that energy bill. This is great, guys, because these are products and services that people are paying every 30 days. You're paying your energy bill every 30 days or they cut you off. Same thing with your cell phone. Same thing with your internet, your cable, your satellite TV. What I love about Five Links is they say, well, guess what? We're now going to put you on the accounts receivable side. Anytime someone pays those bills, you can get paid. Now, our second division of products for your business. Now, just like we already stated before, a lot of these same products, including commercial energy, healthcare solutions, commercial satellite TV, through companies we already know about. All right. How about payment solutions? We can help a business cut the costs on credit card processing. And how about every time now someone swipes a credit card at that location, you get paid. On top of that, we have business security, mobile marketing. Now, mobile marketing is huge. This is a $48 billion industry just in the US alone. And if you want to actually see an example of how this works, you can text the word opportunity to 55469. You're going to get an automatic text back, and now you're going to be on a text list. And we actually help businesses get this technology. So guess what? Now they can stay in better touch with their employees. They can stay in better touch with their customers. They can simply tell their customers, hey, if you want to be on our mobile VIP discount club list or whatever it might be, then text the word whatever, Richie's, to 55469. They get on that text list. And now guess what? Anytime that that business owner wants to send out a promotion or a coupon or whatever it have you to drum up some business, he or she can do that and create more business. Churches are even doing this. As a matter of fact, my own personal church up in Boston, Massachusetts, they're actually using this service, which is just called Church Alerts. And so now anytime the church wants to put out special mobile announcements, maybe there's a snow day, which I'm sure they're using them this season. The bottom line is now you have better tabs on your whole customer base and all your employees. So those are our 2 divisions out of 3. But you remember I said 3. And our 3rd division is what's predicting to take our company to over $1 billion in revenue. Our 3rd division is wellness. And I am so excited about this, guys, because this was almost like the one missing piece that we didn't have. There are a lot of other companies in our space that are just wellness companies. They just have a shake. They just have a vitamin, but they're not able to help people save money on their bills that they're already paying. Well, if you're comparing 5 Links to any other business that you're seeing, and I'm sure they're all great businesses, I just personally feel that what better way than to just say, well, you know what? We can help you with everything. We can help you not only with saving money, we can help you not only with making money, but we can help you with looking great and feeling great and being healthier. And our flagship product here is something called Enhanced Care MD, because this addresses the fact that there are 44 million uninsured Americans, many more who are underinsured, and this helps them save time and money. You have better access to doctors or nurses, and guess what? You can get health insurance through 5 Links. We are the only Obamacare Affordable Care Act approved network marketing company in the world. And someone can simply come to you as a representative, cut the costs on their health insurance, and you can get paid. You can even do the same thing for small employers. Help them cut the costs on health insurance for their employees, and you get paid. But on top of that, and that's already huge, that in itself would make this a no-brainer. But then on top of that, we have additional health products. We have something that people are doing every day. And I guarantee if you're not a coffee lover, you probably know someone else who is, who can't live without it. Now me, I was not a coffee lover, but my mother was. And so I put this delicious coffee to the test. I had my mother taste it. She said it was delicious. And when I told her it was actually good for her, it was just a no-brainer. She loves Montevita. Now, what is Montevita? Montevita is a healthy coffee. It's not just any coffee, but it contains 2 things that make it totally unique: MCT oil and Ramon seeds. And MCT oil assists with weight loss, appetite suppression. It helps with the absorption of essential nutrients. And Ramon seeds contains all these great vitamins, powerful antioxidants, protein, fiber, and minerals. Here's what I want to tell you guys. We forget to take our vitamins all the time. I always forget to take my vitamins. But who forgets to drink their cup of coffee in the morning, especially if they love the great taste of coffee? The bottom line is this coffee is delicious and it's good for you. And it just made so much sense for us to get into coffee. We're already into products and services that you use every day. What else do we do every day? 84% of the world's population drinks coffee at least occasionally. Okay? And did you guys know that coffee is the most consumed beverage in the world, only second to water? And it's the second most traded commodity behind oil in the world. So what Warren Buffett actually said, who is one of the world's most respected investors, he said, look, what you do should be your hobby. Let that be your hobby. What you do is your hobby, but what the world does is your business. And this is your business as a 5 Links representative. But on top of that, guys, we are now partnered up with the weight loss industry. Now, this is a $571 billion industry, and what we've done is we've addressed it with 3 phenomenal products. We have High Five Boost, High Five Edge, and High Five Lean. And all of these products help assist everybody who's trying to lose weight. Well, when we're trying to lose weight, what do we want to do? Well, typically what stops us from doing our workout programs is we don't have enough energy. High Five Boost helps with that, and it helps control hunger. A lot of times when we're working out, we can't really do what we want because we don't have enough endurance. Well, High Five Edge helps with that. It helps give you the endurance to be able to do more of your routine. And then High Five Lean is that trifecta. It's that thing that helps you not only build your muscle mass, tone up. It's a delicious, nutrient-filled shake. It is absolutely phenomenal. And we actually have a flavor surge that can allow you to have this shake in chocolate. But it's good for you. It has 25 grams of protein, 5 grams of fiber. But I'm telling you guys, what makes this so unique is that we are the only network marketing company with the license to carry something called Niagen. And Niagen is the active ingredient in our High Five Edge product. And what was actually in the Wall Street Journal a little bit less than a year ago is the fact that we struck the largest deal in the history of this company called Chromadex. And Chromadex is one of the world's leaders in terms of providing nutritional benefits to all these major companies. Now, it says here Chromadex announced the largest deal in its history, a $62 million agreement with 5 links that covers its Niagen and pure energy ingredients. All those benefits that you see on the bottom is in our products. And so what I want to express to you guys is that not only are we helping people cut costs on their products and services that they use out of their home, a light bill, when someone turns on a light, you could be getting paid. When someone is talking on a cell phone, logging on the internet, swiping a credit card, losing weight, drinking coffee, you could be making money on this stuff, all right? And helping people save money on this stuff. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to transition as to how you can actually make money. Now, this is a business where you can make a few $100s a month if you want to. This is a business, if you're halfway serious, you can make a few grand a month. And if you're very, very serious, you can use this business to actually walk away from your job to be able to retire and live on the beaches of the world. And I'm not just saying this just to kind of put some stuff in your ear and, and hopefully, just kind of try to sell you a dream. I'm telling you stuff and things that have already been done. And it does take a lot of work. But for those of you who are sick and tired of being sick and tired of braving the commute that many of you are going to have to make tomorrow, if instead you'd rather spend more time at home with your family, if you're trying to do something for your parents who might be getting up there in age, if you're just trying to just live a better life, this is how you can do it. And so the first thing, I'm going to introduce you to something called leverage. I'm going to introduce you to something called residual income. Now, leverage, first off, most of us understand this, but we only understand this from one side of the equation. You see, wherever you work, more than likely, if you're not the CEO, your efforts are being leveraged by a few at the top. And a lot of times people see our business model and they think it's a pyramid scheme. They're trying to figure out, well, what's wrong with this business model? Because I've heard so many people say, well, is it a pyramid scheme? Is it one of those things? And, and I'm actually going to back it up for a moment, but they actually think it's one of these models. They say, okay, well, is it like, you have one person at the top making all the money and you're at the bottom? Well, the thing is, that's how your job is it not? And I remember when I was brand new in this business, this completely blew my brain back because I was saying, wow, I really work in a pyramid scheme, because no matter what I did as a software engineer, there was always someone making more money than me, and there was no chance of me becoming a CEO unless I was related to the person who was the CEO at the time. And I knew that even after 30 or 40 years, if they kept me on that long, which they didn't, but I knew that there would be a glass ceiling because maybe of the color of my skin, or maybe because of my gender, or maybe because of any other ism that takes place in corporate America: favoritism, racism, sexism, all the isms, nepotism. But see, this is a business where you can get started. Look at that figure on the right. When you get started, you're at the top. Yes, you're in a structure. All right. This is capitalism. There's always someone making a lot of money. But here's the bottom line. When you get started in 5 links, you control your destiny. And you can even surpass the person who's above you in the structure, which I did. I actually hit a higher position than the person who was above me in my structure before he actually matched that same position. And I don't say that to impress anybody, but I'm impressing upon you that it's possible. You can do the same thing. So let me go ahead and go back to leverage. That's what leveraging is. And residual income is simply the act of doing something one time and getting paid repeatedly for doing it. This is the income of songwriters, book writers, where you do something one time, and every time an album is spun on the radio or a book gets sold, you get paid. So in 5links, the first thing that we show you how to do is to acquire something called customer points. It doesn't mean you have to be a salesperson. This is another misnomer. We aren't salespeople. We simply share products and services with people that we love and people that we know. And I have some great news for you guys who are afraid of sales. Who should be your first customer? I'm going to give you a clue. Look at the mirror and ask yourself, self, do I want to save money on this bill? You're going to nod your head and say yes. When you do that a couple of times, you have your 8 points. Congratulations. All right. This gets you something called your qualification. That is step 1. Step 2 is to also find someone else who sees an opportunity in this business. Do you have to explain it? No. You can invite them to a webinar just like this. Or you could take something that's round and that has a hole in the middle, and it's called a DVD. You could put it into the DVD player, push play. A presentation like this will play. If they like what they see, they get started. Show them how to become their own customer on something that they're already using. Guess what? You've earned a $50 bonus. Now, I'm not saying that it's always easy, but it's so simple. Just share the information and help them do what you did. But look what happens when you do that again. Now it gets a little bit more serious. Help a second person. Simply show them how to get started in this business. Help them become their own customer. Maybe share it with someone else they already know and love. They don't go door to door. There's no standing in the mall with a clipboard. But at this point, you're starting to build a team. You get a couple of more customers yourself. I know in my case, I was able to get 21 points simply by helping myself cut the cost on my internet, on my home phone. I got ID theft protection. I also helped my parents save money in their energy, helped them save money in their home phone service. Did the same thing with a couple of close friends that I already know, and I had 21 points. All we're saying is get 15. Get 15 points. Show 2 people how to come in qualified with just 8 customer points. You get a $1,200 bonus. Now, mind you, this $1,200 gets paid out at $100 per month for a year. So you get to also understand what it's like to earn residual income. But the beauty about this is that this does not cap your earnings. Because again, if you're doing the math, that's $1,250 that gets paid out to you. But we even have a promotion on the table that allows you to get more than that up front. So we're going to talk about that in a moment, but let's talk about something else. This is called residual income. Now, your upfront bonuses are great. You can recoup your investment very, very fast. All right. Your typical business in the US, you can't even see your investment within 3 years. In this business, we're showing you how to get that back in as quick as 2 weeks and as quick as 1 week if you're serious. But what I really want to impress upon you is the fact that we earn something called residual income. That is the income of the rich and wealthy. Because again, you do something one time and you get paid for life. So let's just say you build a team of 20 people. Now, does that mean that you personally know all 20? No. All that simply means is that you have 20 individuals on your team, and let's just say you teach them how to get 20 customer points. And I already demonstrated to you how possible that is, how simple it is. But you have 20 people on your team. You only maybe knew 3 of them, but they might have known a couple, they might have known a few more. That goes up to 20. And let's just say of those 20 customers, each of the commissions that are being paid, let's just say it averages out to 50 cents. Now, I'm here to tell you today, many of our products pay way above 50 cents, but even if we just keep it at that low ball 50-cent number, that's $200 a month. But let's just say you didn't stop at 20, because 200 is not a lot of money, but granted, if you saw 2 crispy $100 bills blowing across the parking lot at your local supermarket, you would step on that money and that'd be a great day. So let's not underscore the importance of that. But what happens if you just add another 0 to your team total? Well, look what happens to your monthly residual income. See, the thing is, once you have a team and they're excited, all right, that team continues to grow. And now, yeah, you're still simply doing the same thing, but now you're helping your team also replicate your success. And that's where things start to change. Because who in here couldn't use an extra $2,000 a month? That could change some things around the house. It might even change your house. All right. But the bottom line is, this is something that can change your life. But again, why would you stop here? And frankly, once you're here, you can't stop it. We've already done these numbers, guys. We've done them time and time again. But the thing is, once you do these numbers, it continues to grow even more. Because instead of 200 people on a team, what if you had 2,000? Now, frankly, guys, this is life-changing income. Who in here couldn't use an extra 20 grand a month? And I'll be honest, I came from an event in Las Vegas just a couple of weeks ago with many, many other people in our profession who were doing this in a week. They weren't doing this every month. They were doing this weekly. All right. So the thing is, if you could just earn an extra 20 grand in a year, that'd be a great year. But in a month, is that not life-changing income? You might be reconsidering where you're going to work, or if you're going to work again, if this came in passive residual income because people are going out and paying their bills. But the thing is, guys, it gets better. There are a lot of benefits in the business, because when you hit one of the corporately earned positions known as senior vice president, the company gives you some benefits. At the senior vice president position, the company awards you with a BMW payment. All right. They'll pay up to $800 a month for your BMW. The only catch is the car has to be silver and it has to be custom. All right. Silver meaning, yes, it has to be a shade of silver. And custom means that they put a small little 5 links emblem on the back. And the person that introduced me to this business, he was so excited, he put a huge decal on his back window. But the bottom line is, guys, get a BMW, pick one that you like, and the car is yours. On top of that, you also get 5,000 stock options. Mind you, in an Inc. 500, Inc. 5000 company that's slated to hit $1 billion. Now, if you guys understand the Google story, all right, you'll understand the fact that when Google got started, they had very humble beginnings. They couldn't help, and they couldn't pay a lot of their employees, so they had to pay them in stock options. So a lot of these employees were kind of volunteering their time in a way. But when Google went public, made billions of dollars, many of their, even all the way from their janitors all the way to the high-level presidents, many of them became millionaires because of stock options. So if you have 5,000 stock options in this sort of business, what could that do for you and your family? On top of that, a Global Links bonus every time a Global Links product is sold in your team, an annual vacation, and an expense account. But it gets better, because at the platinum position, things change. This is a 7-figure earning position. We actually have over 200 senior vice presidents in the company. We have about 30 or so platinums in the company, and it's just getting sweet, because you can't go anywhere. You can't go on Google, put in 5 links, and you click on the images button, you're going to see some Bentleys. There are some free Bentleys being driven all over the country, all right? And that's thanks to this opportunity. Now, what the company does is that they award you with a Bentley. They'll take up to $4,000 a month for your car note, and the catch is it only has to be silver and custom. And the company will take up to $4,000 a month for your car note. You get 5,000 additional stock options. You're privy to something called the Platinum Pool. Now, this is revenue sharing. Unless you're a CEO or a vice president in corporate America, you probably never heard of this, but chances are where you work, everybody at the top of the company, they get a share what the company makes every year as a bonus. All right. Well, the bottom line is, in 5 links, guess what? You are privy to the platinum pool, which means that at the start of every year, you get to split what's in that pool. That means that in January, this coming January, there are going to be about 20 individuals or so, maybe close to 30 individuals or so on that stage sharing the platinum pool check. And that pool check for each of those individuals will be at roughly $100,000, give or take. So wouldn't that be great as a bonus just to pay off some holiday bills, in addition to the 5 or 6 figure income that they're earning per month? Okay. On top of that, you get a world vacation. So next year they're taking all the platinums to Dubai. This past year they took all the platinum senior vice presidents on a Greek Isles Eastern Mediterranean cruise around Greece and Turkey. So that's a wonderful thing. You also get some trinkets, but it gets even better, guys, because at the diamond position, a position that the company just created, because there's so much success going on in the company, you get a $300,000 earned position bonus just for hitting the position. And you also get $10,000 a month for life. And that's as a bonus as a diamond senior vice president. I think at this position, they're trying to figure out, well, what kind of car can we give people? What can we give people that they'll want? And I think they put the representatives first and they said, well, you know what? We're going to let them decide. You want to open up an orphanage, you want to open up a charity, you want to do something real big, real philanthropic, you can do that definitely at Diamond, if not at Platinum. So this business is something that can really help you achieve your dreams. What I want you guys to understand is that this is a business, okay? So a lot of people who are not business minded, which I really was not when I got started, I asked myself, why do you have to pay? And I remember the person who introduced me said, you're not paying, you're investing. Do you not invest for school? Do you invest for your college education, for your kids' college education? Do you not invest in books? Do you invest in you're investing in your shoes. We pay money for things without even thinking about it. But when it comes to business, unfortunately, many of us who aren't business minded, we think twice. Why is that? When it comes to business, do you guys realize that if you wanted to buy a McDonald's franchise, you would need about $1 million in liquid capital, meaning you would need about $1 million in cash? All right. Same thing with buying a Dunkin' Donuts. If you wanted to purchase a Dunkin' Donuts franchise, you would need no less than 100 grand. All right. Same thing with Domino's. You need a lot of money, especially when it comes to business ownership of an established franchise. All right. As a matter of fact, one of the top franchisees of IHOP worldwide is in our company. As a matter of fact, she's on our team. But the bottom line is, how are you going to have massive amounts of success if you're not able to invest? All right. So the thing is, there are two positions to get started with. Frankly, I don't even discuss the customer rep level because this does not include any of the bonuses that we discussed, nor does it include the lucrative team bonuses, which I'll discuss in a moment. But as an IMR, you're privy to all of the bonuses. So definitely get back with the person who brought you on. Get started as an IMR, but before you leave, let's go ahead and show you something called team bonuses, because this is a bonus that pays out significant money. As you're building your business, even before your residuals get to the point where you can retire, you're now in a position where you're earning some significant upfront income. So once you hit the position of executive trainer, which just means you have 2 individuals on your team, you personally have 15 customer points, you're able to earn up to 2 grand per month. That's up to $100 per rep who gets started in your business. As an executive director, you're earning up to 8 grand every single month. You're earning up to 15 grand as a national director and up to 50 grand per month as a senior vice president. These are numbers that are being done, and these are numbers that you can do. The bottom line is you need to get started. A lot of people say, well, why is there so much recruiting? It is really the ability to attain more customers, because in reality, it's almost like, let's just go back to Domino's. You own your own Domino's franchise. That's almost like just you running your business and you're just getting customers. But if you own 2 franchises, that's double the customers. That means you're also getting a percentage of those customers from your second franchise. Well, if you have 100 franchise locations, you have 100 times the customers. So a lot of times people can't understand why so many people are wealthy in our profession. It's because of distribution. Distribution is the name of the game. Same thing with the music industry. The wealthiest artists have the most distributions. Well, if you want to be wealthy in this country, you have to have a distribution force. And there's no other profession that I know of where you can get started for a small investment for under $300 and you can make millions. That being said, guys, look, we have training and support. Whoever got you onto this webinar, we're going to lock arms with you. We're going to hold hands with you, and we're going to show you how to get to the top. We have local, regional, international training events, a personal website, 5links University to teach you this business in the comfort of your own home. And we have business reporting that you're going to actually be able to track your business with. You can check in on your partners, say hello, introduce yourself to partners that you may not even know, because to be honest, once you build it to the point like many of us have, you don't know everybody on your team, but you love them just the same, because guess what? Not only are you helping them hit their dreams, but by default, when you help others, it blesses you. So with all that being said, this is not the end of the conversation, but it's the end of this particular segment. I want to thank all of you for taking the time to watching this presentation. But no matter who you are, there's always three types of people. And no matter where I do this presentation, we've done this presentation in various states. But the problem is, or the issue is that we always have three types of people. Now, if you're person number one, you're ready to get started, you're excited, you loved what you heard, get back with the person who got you onto this presentation immediately, and let's show you how to get started. Now, if you're person number two, you have questions, and that's understandable. So if you're person number two, get back with the person who got you onto this information and get your questions answered. Chances are they're going to have you speak with their executive, and that person's going to really break down how you can win in this business. So get your questions answered, and also stick around, because I'm going to be doing a very brief 3-minute quick start to show you how you really win in this business in your first 30 days. Person number three says, not for me, not my thing. Well, first off, if that's you, I want to thank you for taking the time and for sticking with me this long. But if this is not for you, think enough of the person who saw the diamond in you and become a customer. All right? It's Christmas season. Chances are you know someone who loves coffee, you know someone who wants to save money on the bill, and it could be you or any one of the other great products you saw. Find out how you can be a customer, help them win, and you win by default by saving money on a service. But if this is not for you, I just want to make sure it's not for one of these 4 reasons. First reason is that you just don't believe it. All this seems crazy. You've seen these things before. Your neighbors, cousins, dogs, sisters, uncles, friends, niece did a business like this and it didn't work, right? If that's you, definitely do your research. You can start by looking in the Better Business Bureau like I did. 5links has an A+ rating. You can look in the Direct Selling Association, which governs network marketing companies across the world, and you'll see that 5links is not only a member, but it's part of the code of ethics. You'll see that 5links was in the Wall Street Journal. 5links was in NBC News, ABC News, CNN. You can simply go to my personal website, getofftheratwheel.com, click on the documentation section, and you'll see document after document, endorsement after endorsement by people such as Russell Simmons, NBA Hall of Famer and mogul Dominique Wilkins. So many people who've spoken highly of this business. Robert Kiyosaki, even Tony Robbins spoke at a recent event. But the thing is, don't take my word for it. Simply do your research and make an intelligent decision. But don't say that you don't believe it, because the proof has already been shown. All right? So that being said, if you're person number two, you believe it, but you just don't think that you can do it. Understand that when you lock arms with us, we're going to show you exactly how to run your business. All you simply have to be is coachable. And you also have to have some motivation. If you have a strong motivation, we'll show you how to win in this business. Person number three says, I don't feel like I have enough time. I'm overextended. I'm barely able to watch you right now. You're probably saying to yourself, I work 2, 3, 4 jobs. I have 2, 3, 4 children. If that's you, you need this. Because imagine, work hard in this. Find a way to incorporate this part-time within your schedule. And imagine, just like Stan Richards, just like people like Tupac Shakur, imagine being able to walk away from your full-time profession. For instance, Stan Richards walked away from 18 years as a bus driver for the DC Metro, and now is a stay-at-home husband and father as a result of this business. Imagine if you could have those same sort of options, where now you have residual income that's not only able to make you money, but is able to turn you into a millionaire as it did for him. All right. Person number 4 says, I just don't have the money. Now, frankly, when you compare this to a Dunkin' Donuts franchise, to a McDonald's franchise, to an IHOP franchise, which literally will cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. When you compare an investment of under $300, this is a joke. Absolute joke. And the thing is, if you don't have the money today, you got to find up with the money within the next couple of days. Because if you see this as a vehicle that can change your life, you can't afford not to do this. So again, get back with the person who got you on, have them help you find a way to get the money. Have them sponsor you in the business, get started with a team that you feel comfortable with, but the bottom line is get started. So with all that being said, ladies and gents, I'm going to actually let you guys know what we have on the table. We have a promotion on the table that's allowing people to get started way under what they normally would have. Now, with any business and with anything, there's always taxes, there's extra fees and everything else. And normally, prior to this weekend, to get started in the business, get qualified, and to start getting paid, after your initial license, normally it would cost roughly about $400 to $500. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are having a promo. And this promotion simply allows you to get started for roughly about $300. The preferred option is the option that you see right in front of you that says option number 1. Altogether, that will run you about $334, where normally that was about $563, which includes a ticket to our national event, a free high five sample kit. You get all these great things, and now you're getting paid right out of the gate. That's a great option. Option number 2, you don't necessarily come in with all the bells and whistles, but it is a way to get in. The bottom line is get in. All right. Now, once again, I prefer option number 1. You get way more bang for your buck, but either way, get started. So with all that being said, I'm going to segue into a quick start, which is literally going to show you in the next 2 to 3 minutes how you can get started right away and what you're going to be doing in your first 30 days. The first thing that we help everybody understand is that we only do 2 things. We help people save money and we help people make money. When we help people save money, they become customers. And we help people make money, they become partners. To help someone save money, it's simple. If you want to get a customer, sit down with yourself. Get on all of your own services. Help yourself save money, and now you're going to be more comfortable with the process. So then, when you sit down with a friend or a family member, I started off with my mother, sit down with them, say, look, could you help me out? I just got started in the business, but could you help me out and save money or help me out, save money on something that you're already doing? But guess what? It's going to help me get my bonus. Okay. Someone who loves you is going to say yes, or they're going to be curious. They're going to be your customer. It's that simple. Just repeat the process. Now, when you help people make money, simply share a presentation like this, push play on a DVD, they're going to get started. Understand that in order to really launch your business correctly, you have to do something which is known as getting qualified. Now, I'm not going to get into too many details now because the person who got you onto this presentation can help you. Just understand that in order to get paid in our profession, this is not a pyramid scheme. This is a legitimate company. A pyramid scheme, just to kind of educate you guys, that's a term that was actually doctored up and someone came up with that maybe in the 60s or 70s, and it was actually named after a gentleman with the last name of Ponzi. And you guys can look it up. That's why they sometimes people confuse a direct selling business with a Ponzi scheme, but they don't even really know what it means. They don't even know the historical references. But Ponzi was a gentleman who came up with a scheme, if you will, and you were only able to make money by bringing people in. There was no product, there was no service, there was really no benefit to the company at all. It was literally a scheme. This is a legitimate business in which you have to acquire customers. We are literally helping the planet get better access to health insurance, get healthier, save money on their bills. The bottom line is get a good mix of products and services. All you need is one service from the green box, one product from the blue box, and you are qualified. So you want to make sure you do that, because unless you do, you don't make any money, okay? That being said, these are our 3 divisions with all the products and services, and we are going to help you earn your $750 quick start bonus. Mind you, $1,200 of that is going to get paid out in your first 30 days. But wait, here's another benefit. Right now, when you get started at the 249 level at the IMR Plus Option 1 position, you actually get $200 up front, not just your 100 up front. So again, the person who brought you onto this presentation can explain that to you. Also understand that your team bonuses are very, very lucrative. Now, depending on what level they got started with, anybody who gets started with the option 1 level, if you have a team that is actually growing at that pace, you could actually earn anywhere from 2 grand all the way to 50 grand every single month just in bonuses. So understand that even if just 5 people come onto your entire team as an executive director, you could earn close to $1,000. You'll earn the 750 at the ED level. Oh, I'm sorry, you'll earn 1250. You'll earn the 750 at the ED level and the 500 at the ET level, depending on where that person got started in your organization. Just understand, I know for many of you guys, this might sound like German. Just understand there are about 20 ways that we get paid in this company. And this is just one of many ways that you get paid. So understand, guys, this is just another avenue for revenue. And last but not least, you want to develop your game plan. Make a list of potential customers, make a list of potential business partners, and also meet with the person who got you onto this webinar within the next 24 to 48 hours. Get with them. They're going to help you get started with the game plan. But once again, get back to the person who got you onto this presentation and have them help you get started in this business. So with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and bring this back to me. So with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank each of you guys for tuning in today. And if you want more information, if it seemed like I went through everything fast toward the end, I wanted to make this time conducive. So with all that being said, for more information on this phenomenal business concept and this idea, simply point your web browser to www.getofftheratwheel.com, or simply just get back with the person who shared this business with you, who shared this link with you. Let them know of your interest level, and we're going to help you get to your dreams and goals. This is Ricardo Suber, and like we always love to say, we'll see you on the beaches of the world, and if you don't like the beach, we'll see you at the bank. God bless, take care, and have a great evening.